Welcome back to the channel, Luxurious Fleet. In today's news, Toyota just invested about $400 million in an eVTOL company, right? Because Toyota's a mobility company now, guys. They're not a car company. A little bit of more information on the upcoming first ever Lexus electric vehicle, the UX300E. And the Tacoma is no longer going to be produced in the United States of America. Is Mexico close enough? And at the end, we'll talk about Lexus's plans to put vehicles on the moon. Okay, smash the like button, let's get into it. Don't forget to subscribe to the Luxurious Fleet and hit that bell icon so you won't miss any breaking news or reviews in the future. Over at the Toyota newsroom, Toyota and Joby Aviation are flying to new heights together. So here's a picture of the type of vehicle that Joby is working on. It's an eVTOL, which stands for electric vertical takeoff and landing. It is the future. It is a little bit like a drone, a little bit like an airplane, a little bit like a helicopter, almost like a Harrier jet as well. And it is the future for mankind. I don't know what kind of technology we'll be able to see in my lifetime in the next 50 years or so. This is going to happen. So Toyota is sharing their expertise in manufacturing quality and cost controls for the development and production of Joby's aviation breakthrough eVTOL aircraft. Toyota has invested $394 million as lead investor in Joby's Series C financing. So you're welcome to read this article. They actually quote Akio Toyoda in here as he talks about how they plan on being a mobility company in the future. They know land-based vehicles are not the end-all be-all. We know that they just made the first ever Lexus yacht. This would be the first ever potentially Lexus aircraft if they want to buy out Joby, that sort of thing. So and maybe they don't even buy out Joby, they just use them as a manufacturer of this vehicle like they did with a yacht. Marquee Yachts in Wisconsin builds the Lexus yacht. So Joby could be similar, where they build the vehicle and Lexus slaps their badge on it. So very fascinating that Toyota and Lexus are going down this route. I thought that they would be more interested in the jet scene because that's very, very luxury and high end. But, you know, this is probably more Toyota's route. They could still badge this as a Toyota vehicle, whereas, you know, we see the Honda Jet. Whereas if they wanted to build a Lexus vehicle, it might be a private jet with a Lexus badge on it. So who knows what they're actually going to end up doing, but they are investing tons of money into this startup company, Joby, to provide vertical takeoff and landing with zero emissions. So really exciting future that we're finally getting more personalized vehicles that set to the sky. So we're almost in the Jetsons era, guys. Over at Autocar, Lexus UX300E, more details revealed for the first Lexus EV. There it is. It's just a UX that looks identical to any other UX. So we got this 249 miles of range. It was like a red herring because it was on an old test cycle, and Lexus expects it to equate to 186 miles on the current testing cycles. Oh, I feel like that's false advertising. Definitely let down. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that was a, oh, by the way, it only gets 250 miles on this test cycle, where it seems like it's only going to be able to get 186 miles on a more modern test cycle? So what do you guys think about that? Was that kind of, did we get duped there? I feel like we did. We got some more information on its charging capacity. It'll do 0 to 80% in 50 minutes. So that's not terrible. But again, the range is not very big. So 80% of 186 miles. So we get the old calculator out. 186 times 0.8, which would be 80%. You're only going to be getting 150 miles of range in an hour or 50 minutes, which isn't terrible. That's a decent amount of range, I would think. I would be happy with that. And we got some acceleration numbers. It'll be capable of 0 to 62 miles per hour, which is 100 kilometers per hour in 7.5 seconds. And we'll have 100 mile per hour top speed. So not exactly a screamer. The new RAV4 Prime coming out will be definitely quicker, with a 0 to 60 in about 2 seconds quicker, and a way higher top speed. Over at the Toyota Europe newsroom, Toyota Motor Europe used 100% renewable electricity in all its European operations. That's pretty cool. they are still sticking to being a green company, even though they are following the Trump or the US regulations instead of the California regulations here in the United States. But this is good to see, and they're doing things the right way over in Europe, and then making electric vehicles for those markets that have much higher emission standards is good to see. I'm not going to read this article, it doesn't get me that excited, but clean air and sustainability with renewable electricity is a good thing to see for such a big automotive company. And then back at the Toyota newsroom, Toyota Indiana completes a $1.3 billion modernization and project, includes 550 new jobs. So they plan on committing $1 million to workforce program for local high school students. It seems like they almost have a internship program for high schools in the local area to groom the upcoming workforce, which I think is really good. You want the next generation to be working for you, or at least have you in mind when they come out of school. And Toyota would be a great company to work for, lots of benefits, solid job and wages. So this is where it gets really exciting. They talk about all of its Toyota North America's plans with different plants. So to improve operational speed, competitiveness, and transformation at its North American vehicle assembly plants based on platforms and common architectures, Toyota North America will complete the following alignments by 2022. So this is in Indiana. They will focus on production of midsize SUVs and minivans, including the Toyota Highlander, Highlander Hybrid, and the Toyota Sienna. They will cease production of the Sequoia by 2022. Now, note that they didn't mention a Toyota Sienna hybrid. They didn't mention a Highlander plug-in or a Sienna plug-in. Those vehicles would be built there. And the reason is that the Sequoia is no longer built there, is that now they have more room to expand these models in their lineup. So Sienna hybrids and plug-ins, as well as Highlander hybrids and plug-ins. So that is all going to be going on in Indiana. And then Toyota in Texas in San Antonio will focus on production of full-size body-on-frame trucks and SUVs. It will continue to assemble the Toyota Tundra and will begin assembly of the Toyota Sequoia starting in 2022. That is a huge bomb that just got dropped on us. What does that mean for the Sequoia? Well, the Sequoia is not going to happen until 2022. As probably a 2023 model. I would assume that is when they're also going to start the Toyota Tundra truck. So we're still possibly 2 years away from getting a new Sequoia and a Tundra, which is really tough to stand. But I think that was my original guess anyways. That's when the Toyota Tundra, Sequoia were going to be coming out, possibly the Land Cruiser, but that is built elsewhere. Now, this is kind of surprising. They will cease production of the Toyota Tacoma by late 2021 in San Antonio. Again, that is quite possible that we might have a redesign of the Tacoma in late 2021 as a 2022 model. I'm not holding my breath, but it is a possibility. Their production at that Texas plant is over 200,000 units annually. Covered this past summer when they announced almost a $400 million investment for multi-vehicle production capabilities. So a part of that, of course, was the Sequoia, but I'm sure with the hybridization of the entire Lexus and Toyota lineup, and the next 5 years that $400 million went largely to that. And by the way, they want to tell you how much money they're spending everywhere. Over $3 billion is invested in that San Antonio plant. And then Toyota Guanajuato. So the Baja plant has been assembling Tacoma since 2004. And in 2019, December 2019, which is a month ago, Toyota de Guanajuato also began assembly of the Tacoma. Both plants will continue to focus on production of mid-sized trucks. Production capacity at Guanajuato remains at 100,000 units per year. Employment is 1,000. So all of our Tacomas now are going to be sourced from Mexico, which I don't think is a bad thing. I mean, a lot of other manufacturers have plants down in Mexico. So, and they just wanted to let you know, as a result of the production alignment, there will be no reduction in direct jobs at any of the Toyota facilities. So that is good to see, keeping Americans employed. And this came out of left field. At the press room, Lexus creates Moon mobility concept sketch for lunar design portfolio. I'm not going to touch on this too much because all it is just concept images that their designers came up with. So we have like a zero gravity motorbike sort of thing. If you guys see here, these dials are very interesting. These dials are what you see on the LF30 concept, the first ever fully electric Lexus concept. These are the same dials that are used in that vehicle. So that will be, that's really cool. I think that just tells us that that is what they're working on currently. This is the type of design language that they're going for their future vehicles. Lexus Cosmos. This is a bunch to take in right here. This here is some sort of Lexus mothership at the bottom right. Some sort of heat shield here, a cockpit there, living module right in here, docking area, maybe for individual units to leave cargo, and then an engine or propulsion system in the back. And of course, here is another look at it. So if you look here, the competitors in 2020 are SpaceX, Virgin, Blue Origin, and Boeing. In 2030, they say Lexus, or say the Toyota Rover concept will be out. And then 2089, the Lexus Cosmos lineup will be here. And they have some future outfits, crazy advanced AI and nanotech. Low gravity jumper. I don't see the usefulness of this, but I guess it's neat. Now this is taking the spindle grille to the next level, 3D spindle motion. So you can see the spindle grille here on the back end of this vehicle, or maybe it's a front end. I don't even know, but it looks like it can hover or something. And it looks like these wheels might have electric motors inside the wheels, which is like the LF30 concept. Another spaceship here to get you to the moon, apparently. And then a moon racer. I mean, someone's got to race on the moon. That'd be a cool series to watch. I would watch that if there's a racing on the moon. Again, here's that triple screen setup. I swear, guys, they must be working on this. This has to be something that they are going to incorporate in their future vehicles, whether it's LF1 Limitless, SUV, or if it's going to be exclusive to the LF30 concept, which will eventually be a vehicle in some shape or form. But this little triple screen, I tell you guys, this little hologram of a screen is going to be the future. If you guys didn't have enough moon vehicles yet, this thing probably looks the most realistic to me. This is probably the next LX, to be honest, right? Do you think this will be the LX600? Let me know, guys. Put it in the comments below. So what was your favorite part of the news today, guys? Put your comments down below. For me, I think it was the eVTOL, the fact that we could see an electric Lexus or Toyota vertical takeoff and landing aircraft in my lifetime. That's pretty exciting stuff. You know, we all dreamt about as kids as flying cars, and people have been dreaming about that for kids for what seems like eons. So exciting that they're dumping tons of money into it, because I want to see it happen. The Tacoma going down to Mexico, full-time production down there, I think is a really good move. Like I said, it opens up their assemblies here in America to do other things. Moving that Sequoia down to the full body on frame plant down in San Antonio makes tons of sense. That is coming in 2022 as a 2023 model. So I can't believe they just let that information out like that. Just, you know, like a slight little leak there. I don't know if anyone else is even talking about this. So Sequoia and Tundra for sure coming in 2022 as 2023 models. Now it's possible that the Tundra could come a year earlier, but the fact that the Sequoia and the Tundra are going to share so much, I would expect them to come out for the next generation about the same time in 2022. And all that interstellar moon landing stuff from Lexus, I guess it's cute and the designs were phenomenal, but again, that's just far-fetched. But you got to dream, because one day those dreams are going to become a reality. It could be 100 years from now, 200, it could be 2,000 years from now, but we'll eventually get to the moon and set up bases and stuff. So Lexus is already thinking forward, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for watching, Patreon supporters, you guys rock. If you guys want to support the channel and a little bit more than just subscribing and liking for my videos, head over to my Patreon page. I'd really appreciate that. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace out.